Pause. Let's see, settings, pop out chat. Move this to here. Okay. Pop out the other chat. All right, HQ default 3.jpg. Hello, Paul. You're here before I am almost. There it is. Transparency. Unblind. All right, and then 1.10. So today, the plan is just to see how far I can get and or potentially try players 8 Flare Jungle for experience and see what the experience is like. Because I want to get to level 85 if I can. Let's see, Clay Golem. I guess a bunch of my skeletons got stuck in town. They didn't make it outside.
Worthless statue. Perhaps I can trade this for something better.
This is like almost really good. Instead, it's like just a thunderstorm pre-buff. But I'll keep it. It's good enough, or close enough to good enough that I'll keep it, I guess I could say. Maybe I'll throw it away later.
Greetings. What? Freeze.
And then I'm also on the lookout for any dimensional shards. If I see a dimensional shard, then I'll start rolling that with the, or potentially rolling that with the recipe for socketed weapons. But I'm not sure if in 1.09 if it's able to get 3 sockets or not on a dimensional shard. If it is, then it's probably better to use the chip gem recipes. Hello, Riddlebert. From a trash mob or unique or a boss? Pendleskin. That is quite the drop from Pendleskin. Let's see, I'll do the skull. Wow, I'm an idiot. Amazing. I took the skull to put it on the gem shrine and then I just dropped it in my cube. Incredible. What character? Was it with find item or like a sorceress or... Hmm. I do need to kind of be careful because if I come up on the Great Marsh, I need to turn around like this. Because if there's gloams, they'll probably one-shot me. And I don't need that. So hopefully I have a spider forest that connects directly to the Flare jungle. And then depending on how the experience is, I'm gonna try players 8 in the Flayer jungle, and depending on how the experience is, I might just run the Flayer jungle for a while. Like do full clears for experience. Because they have low physical resistances there. So the skeletons and corpse explosion should both be able to perform well. I'm using Kelpie Snare. This is not better. Okay. Oh. If y'all could cross the bridge, that would be great. I guess that's the problem with mages.
Stay a while and listen.
It's like in theory, they'll slightly improve my DPS, but they also get in the way. Alright, player jungle. We'll try players 8, see what happens. Hmm.
I'll put that to good use.
Yeah, that definitely boosts his damage. The Swampy Pit. I'm not going in there because ghosts and gloams have high physical resistances. I'm
Greetings.
uncharacteristically taking the Flayer Jungle waypoint in hell,
Goodbye.
because if this guy ends up doing area clears, this will be one of the areas due to the low physical resistances here. Experience was kind of underwhelming though. So I'll just keep progressing rather than Try to run this area for experience.
I am overburdened.
Hmm. 220 javelin gloves with lightning resist. Yeah, it's one of those, hey, that's pretty good, but I'll never use it. So some people will be bothered that I just threw that back on the floor. Uh,
This
Yes.
but I won't be. Nice. Attack speed with magic bind. Perfect for my future mercenary for Duriel running. Look at that. 3 magic find to go with the attack speed. I found this one and kept it. I'm not sure if, like, how many skill points a Blizzard Sorceress has left over, if any. But it could be that the Blizzard Sorceress could have Thunderstorm as a secondary skill. I don't know. I would have to go look at it, in which case this one could be interesting.
greetings.
Also, a thing that makes that glove less appealing to me is the existence of 1.07 gloves. So I can have 320s on a crafted. I don't, but I can. So okay, I got Flare Jungle. So then I don't want Lower Kurast on this guy. I'll probably just get Travancore as my next waypoint. Oh, for like Blizzard and Fireball? Yeah, I could see that. I know that's a popular combo. Okay, this guy ran away, but I don't know where to. Oh, he could have run literally forever. Okay. if I get hit by a blizzard, I probably die. It's not great. Yeah, that orb was like, man, if this had been a different skill, it would be amazing. Like even a chain lightning instead of blizzard or instead of thunderstorm would have made a really nice one for a chain lightning sorceress. But even still, it lacked casting speed, so still like a long ways off from being ultra godly. Uh, I'll probably end up throwing it away at some point. Right, yeah, exactly. And personally, especially since I play softcore, only +5 Blizzard, I would use um, Oculus over that just for the magic find and casting speed. So yeah, I'll probably end up tossing it out. I just needed to think on it a bit first. Hmm. I will say the monsters in Flayer Jungle did seem pretty weak even at Flayers 8. So I could see a potential future where I try Flayer Jungle runs with multi-shot Amazon. With either a very nicely crafted bow from 1.07 or just like Wind Force, or if I do it in 1.14 as a Rune Hunter instead of just, I don't know what else it would be for. Faith. So it could be interesting side project. Upper Kurast. Let's just see if I can go along the wall here. Oh, it's ethereal. Let's look at it. 0 sockets. Okay. Whoops. How do I like 1.10? I mean, it's basically the same as modern, just with lower drop rates for runes. I'm here specifically to for this is beta 1.10a beta, so I'm here specifically for beta rune words, beta Bullcatho's wedding band, and this guy is just here to quest bug a Duriel runner so that I can have quest bug Duriel runs. One thing I do like about it, I'm currently on Players 1, but Corpse Explosion works at full effect on Players 8, which was interesting to see. So, like, whole screens die in 1 or 2 casts, even on Players 8. So that's pretty cool. But ultimately, the kill speed is still kind of slow for now. If I get this guy to where he has like level 50 skeletons, or if I have Beast Rune Word, which would be extremely expensive for me, then I could see his kill speed being worth actually doing potentially clearing zones with on Players 8. But for now, not really. Do I play other versions? Yeah, primarily I was playing 1.07 like a lot. And I had the goal, like the main thing I was playing in 1.07 for was for the mana after each kill ring. And I wanted a rare with Magic Find, casting speed, and mana per kill, which I did not get. I settled for now for a 35 mana per kill casting speed blue one. And I also have like a 30, it's like a 33 or a 34 or something. And I'm rolling at non-ideal character level. I have now done 5,000 sapphires for that recipe at character level 19, which has both affixes for Magic Find available, and but it's like very much not the optimal level to roll those rings at. Like super not the optimal level to roll those rings at. But that's fine. I don't need this one. And I don't really need this one anymore. I play a lot when I play. Yeah, level 9 is the best for casting speed and mana per kill. Level 6, I think, is the best if you only want mana per kill. And I roll 19 because it gets both Magic Find affixes are available. And since I want the level 18, or sorry, the rare with the Magic Find and casting speed, I wanted to have both Magic Find affixes available, even though it's not ideal. And the expected success rate to get the ring I'm looking for is once every 18,000 attempts on average. And I've done 5,000. So, not great. And that success rate is based on a 1.10 AFIX calculator. This one here made by Laz, who presumably is the same Laz that made Median XL. But right now, I'm playing this Necromancer. He's going to have two main purposes. Did I not get the eye? I did the Spider Cavern, and I didn't pick the eye. Amazing. He's going to be the Hellforge Collector for when I rush guys for the Hellforge. Yeah, there's teleport staffs. I just don't have one. And I haven't shopped one. Like, I don't really care a whole lot about that. Maybe if I start playing this guy as like an area farmer, then I might care, but just for questing, it's kind of whatever. For me. And then his other purpose is to quest bug my barbarian for Duriel running. You can even get like Naj's staff, which does teleport charges here. The Set Elder staff. Let's see. .0 Duriel? That sounds strange.
Stay a while and listen.
Yeah, in 1.0, I pretty much did Cow King, and then I did, I would do this thing where, like, I go through the Act 3 waypoint to the Spider Forest, and then touch the cocoon next to the waypoint, pick up the item that sells for 25,000 gold, and then go back to Act 4 and sell it, and then just gamble rings and amulets. I also did that to gamble boots and belts, and I spent 300 hours gambling boots and belts and picking up gold. In like 2021 or something like that is when I did that. All that gambling. Oh, just like any cocoon. I just don't have the right waypoint for it. You just have to re-roll your map over and over and over again until you get a cocoon that drops a winged helm that's either magic and gets enhanced defense, or it's superior with enhanced defense, or is rare, and then it'll probably sell for 25,000. And then you just do that over and over because it will always spawn the same helmet because you're in single player. So it's a literal dupe. You're just selling duped items. The process is similar to racking. The amount of time that you spend from touching the waypoint, or like passing through the waypoint to touching the cocoon, as long as that amount of time does not change, you'll get the same item out of the cocoon every single time. If that's the link to my short, it doesn't really explain what's happening. It just shows the process. Actually, not even, it doesn't really explain. It just doesn't explain it at all. Yeah, that's in hell. You can do it, I think, in Nightmare. You can already get winged helms in Nightmare from Spider Forest. You can do, if you're willing to run slightly farther, Lower Kurast has the corpse that spawns. Yeah, Cow King is terrible, in my opinion. You can also run Lower Kurast and that corpse that spawns just over the little ledge by the waypoint. Yeah, you can use the cow portal, or I just gambled at Elzix because I hated bothering with the cow portal, and then eventually I switched to gambling with Jamela when I'm doing amulets only, because I can just do like repetitive, the same thing each time, where I go check Jamela's gamble window, and then go to Act 3 and grab the item to sell, and then come back to Act 4, save and exit, go sell the item to Jamela, check her gamble window, and repeat. And it's like 15 seconds or something. So not perfectly ideal, but not bad. Hello, dark side. Oh no, don't shoot at me. My body cannot take it. Alright, let's just go find the sewer. And then the expected result is like one rare amulet every 13 minutes. Something like that. And then you'll want to be, I guess, level 94? Question mark? To guarantee that the amulet is able to get +2 to class skills. I got a guy to 92 doing visual runs in hell up to level 77. And then, and you want to roll to get a map where he's really close to the waypoint. And then after visual runs, then get a map with a unique / champion Erdar pack close to the waypoint in Act 4. Oh, yeah, I was just a whirlwind barbarian. Yeah, because for me, the only reason really to gamble amulets would be what's it called? For the +2 skills and other magic affixes with it. The River of Flame with perfect champions is the best. Ah. Yeah, see, the problem that I have with trying to run those is you get dupes. And once you get dupes and you start getting dupes over and over, you have to roll a new map. So it's like, okay, I spent all this time rolling to get a good map, and now I can only run it 20 times. No thank you. That's not what I want to do. And I have enough SOJ that getting duped SOJ isn't terribly interesting for me. I got them in 1.06 using the Infinite Magic Find. Oh, that could have been bad. 2 cycles of the Gloam's Ritual in 1.06 compels trash mobs to drop rare items or better. Yeah, it can take a while to get a map with where the cocoon drops something that's actually valuable. A rare Pavis can also work, but magic ones probably won't be worth enough. Oh, this isn't even the thing. Why am I stopping here? Yeah, it's crazy that Crushing Blow doesn't work on bosses. I found that out by trying to use Goblin Toe versus Isual and being extremely underwhelmed. Scourge. Alright, let's go find our way across there. See what I got. And then this way. No. 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 I just use Visual for experience. He gives really nice experience. And you can do runs pretty quickly and get a level up like every 15 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on your level. My memory is that going from level 91 to 92 with a Erdar pack and my River of Flame waypoint took like 8 hours. So definitely doable. I did not realize I needed to be level 94 to guarantee the +2 skills, so I stopped at 92. So I don't know how long that would take. My runs were averaging just under 12 seconds. Did I even pick up the thing? I guess so. Like to clear the Erdar pack, I mean. Or maybe it was 15 seconds. I don't know, it was a long time ago. Several years. Don't tell me I didn't pick up the one in the Flayer jungle. That sounds like exactly the type of thing I would do. Go to the bottom of the Flayer dungeon and then not collect the piece. Don't want to stand under the blizzard. Any counselors? Yeah, Lightning Fury, I guess you probably want lots of Crushing Blow and lots of mana after each kill. I've never tried it, but it seems like the kind of thing that should be okay. I should be okay in the Hydras, we'll see. I just need one corpse, please. Just one corpse. Thank you.
I am overburdened.
But 1.0 wasn't like... That was kind of just a very long side quest for me. Eventually I moved on to 1.6 for the Infinite Magic Find and still didn't get the item specifically that I was looking for. Which was the casting speed ring with 30 Magic Find or better. Jab does not care about attack speed. Interesting. Yeah, I know Whirlwind didn't care. I didn't know Zeal. But I know the Crushing Blow works in 1.07 as well with Lightning Fury. And so it's pretty strong. I just really dislike managing lightning immune, physical immune mobs. Basically, you need some other way to hurt them. And then also running out of javelins is annoying. So I don't play the Lightning Fury Amazon, even though in theory it's really strong. Yeah, the only build that I've done in those versions is Whirlwind. Pretty much. I tried a Blizzard Sorceress briefly, but dealing with mana was too much of a hassle, and so I gave up on that. It's like, is she strong? Yeah. Does she run out of mana like instantly? Yeah. What's this? Sazabi's Ghost Liberator. What are you? Oh, Shaft Stop. Yeah, that's probably better. 25 strength, though. Maybe I'll hold on to this. Oh, I'm getting touched. That's not good. I have gear from previous versions. So this is a 1.07, 1.07, then I found this here. And like most of what I'm wearing is from 1.07 or older. Like the SOJs are probably from Classic. 1.07 Boot, 1.07 Homunculus. This was found in 1.07. All of, actually everything here. Yeah, everything I'm wearing I found, except for the small charms in 1.07. Flashing an aura means like you switch your skill to the aura and then you switch back. And the aura persists for a while, even though you switched your skill away from it. So like you use conviction, once it shows that the monsters are getting minus resists, you switch back to some other spell, I guess concentration probably. And then they keep their resists lowered for a while, long enough to kill them. But for me, it's just that the Whirlwind Barbarian is so good that I don't see the need to play anything else. for those or for 1.06. Like I was working on a multi-shot Amazon, but I think ultimately she won't be viable in hell. And by viable, I mean strong. Faster than the barbarian. Oh, I'm not really paying attention to the mages. They're just bonus meat shields. They don't really do much damage. And in narrow passageways, they just get in the way.
Good day.
Hmm. For me personally, what makes it so the barbarian is pushed over the sorceress and like by a lot is the ease of gameplay. You only use one skill forever. So required strength 200. If you put this on,
That to good use.
you have enough strength to wear this. Let's see if you immediately die.
Put that to good use.
20% chance to cast level 13 static field. Slightly more damage. It was 313 max, and now it's 928. Pretty significant. So we'll see how he does with it. I'm curious if I try players 8 again. Does the static field work at full effect on players 8 like Corpse Explosion does? And if so, I'd also, and even if not, I'd be curious if Crushing Blow does as well. Yeah, I don't play hardcore as well, and if I did, I would probably do lots of necromancers. But they're so slow. Never S. Yep. How many do you have? Whoops, wrong spell. Okay, let's go ahead and get Decrepify ready for Mephisto. Get Decrepified. Come on, mercenaries, show me your new weapon. No? Alright, never mind. There you go. Well, I don't see his life making dramatic jumps downward, so probably the static field is not super OP. Only 8. Okay, once I walk into Act 4, I'm going to go get a drink. Let's see, Decrepify. Unraveler head. Let's go, Baroon. Large charm. Close second. Yeah, I know. But it's what I have. So,
What do you need?
maybe I'll try to get a, like a giant thresher rack at some point. But Colossus Volg was the first elite polearm base that I got. I think actually, and I don't remember, someone else had a spreadsheet. Fraz made a spreadsheet for Player vs. Monster. What's the best, not for Crescent Moon, but for Infinity and Insight? What are the best DPS bases? And it depends on if you're going Andariel's setup or what was the other one? It depends on which hat and armor you pick. It's either Great Poleaxe or Colossus Volg for Player vs. Monster DPS. Okay, so I can throw that away. Oh yeah, I was gonna go get my drink. Yeah, and then also the 1.07 bases having more damage does affect the math on it. But he had a spreadsheet, and I don't really do spreadsheets for damage, but he did. And I think it was Fortitude, Charmed, Andariel's, and Great Poleaxe is what he recommended. Something like that. Alright, let's go try Act 4 with massively negative resists. What could possibly go wrong? I think the mercenary's physical damage is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Which could be a problem in the Arcane Sanctuary or the Chaos Sanctuary when they cast Iron Maiden. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Perfect gem. I think this is Trangul's belt, maybe? Wonder what it does. Is that what it still does? I don't recognize this item at all. Defense, mana, life, stamp 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. Okay. 7 lines. Alright, I guess that's probably what it still does then. Hmm. Experience shrine. Oh. Oh no. This is not good. I forgot about souls. with my minus 58 lightning resist. This could go really poorly. Stairs? Yes. Good. Let's get away from lightning bolts.
Hail to you, champion.
Tiara. Mhm.
Hello.
Ethereal the Scalper. Is it always ethereal? Because it has replenish, which makes me think it might be. 174 enhanced damage. Throwing weapons. Middle roll. Not always ethereal. Okay. 1 in 3 seconds replenish. Neat.
What do you need?
Alright, I think it's time for me to see if my version of Atma can accurately open 1.10a character files. Load directory. Let's try someone that I probably don't know. Use Atma 4. Okay. Good to know. Anyway, this guy is full. What's his name? R Mule. And what's your name? R Mule 2. Okay, you can still take stuff. Laying of Hands can probably still take stuff. And Crescent Mule can probably still take stuff. Yeah. So I'll work on him next. Crescent Mule. And I guess ultimately I don't really need to do Act 5. I don't even need to finish Act 4 with this guy. The River of Flame waypoint will achieve what he needs to be able to do. Okay.
hardened.
Which is Hellforge quest reward collecting.
I can't do that here.
So if Iron Maiden proves too strong versus my mercenary in the uh, Chaos Sanctuary, that's fine. I don't actually need to finish Act 4. Yeah, the mercenary is definitely much stronger with his new weapon. You know, obviously. Like, it's not a surprise, I guess. What's this matriarchal bow? 4 sockets, 1 bow and crossbow. Nope. Okay. Mana potion. River of Flame.
Hail to you, champion.
I wonder if Hephasto is going to obliterate my army. Alright. Is that Natalia's armor? Yes. I think it's Sacred Rondash that people usually like. And I guess you want it ethereal. Unless it's for spirit. Let's go look this up. $158 and I got 140. Block percent is better on Targe. Smite damage kind of doesn't really matter a whole lot. Yeah, I guess this one's okay for spirit. Which I can't make in this version, but that's fine. Hey, mercenary, go fight. Thank you. Get him. Alright, yeah, he should be perfectly fine as a Hellforge collector. This wasn't too bad.
I am overburdened.
Umrune. Let's see, Umrune with 15 all resistances if put in a hat. Tempting. Alright. I can always get more Shakos and runes if I decide that was a bad idea. Yeah, I think it would be good for spirit. I guess maybe what's the one? Vex Lo Ja. Maybe it's good for that as well. Phoenix. And rune was a decent result, especially since I can use it right away. To make myself slightly less squishy. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to think of what else even has 4 sockets besides Exile, which you wouldn't want because you want ethereal shields for that. What does Phoenix even do? Firestorm on striking. Enhanced damage. Minus enemy fire resist. Hmm. Okay. If you do the cube recipe to get sockets, that doesn't re-roll the resists. But yeah, I would probably just show this to Larzuk and make spirit in it. In 1.14.
Hello.
Hello, Vexor. Alright, let's go see if Iron Maiden destroys my mercenary. I guess I've been thinking, like, would it be worth it to make Beast? And realistically, the answer is probably no. But if I did get a bear rune, then I could kind of justify making it in a Berserker Axe to use on the Duriel Runner. That could be fun. Maybe. But I doubt I have to worry about even considering it, since Bear Rune is pretty rare. I would be using Whirlwind for the Duriel Runner. Thunder Maw. But probably if I find a bear rune, there's probably some better use for it. Like, wait forever until I find a jaw rune. Alright. That was quite the battle versus Grand Vizier of Chaos. Vizier? I don't know. The Grand Visor. Oh, I have lower resist on. Okay. Alright, let's go see if Diablo kills me with his Fire Nova in one hit.
Not even death can save you from me.
Not one hit. he's slowed down enough that I can probably heal with a potion before he can hit me twice with it.
I knew. What do you need?
Hail to you, champion.
So I guess realistically, kind of all that's really left for me to do with this guy is reach level 85. And then find stuff to improve his gear slots. But I can find the stuff with other characters.
Good afternoon.
Like a 1.10 homunculus so that I get the all resists. Hoto, probably. And then Beta Bolcatho's Wedding Band here would be nice for +2 skills instead of +1. Arachnid's Mesh probably would be nice. If I get to where I don't need the Fire Absorb for Fire Resist, I can replace this. And then that boot, that Necromancer boot, whatever that one's called. Marrowwalk. And then like 4 more skillers. Or at least 3 more.
It takes more than a seed.
Hmm. That looks spooky. Spear cats hitting me from multiple screens away. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll find these things eventually. This is Hell. Yeah, this is Act 5 of Hell. Kind of the only reason, realistically, for me to be here with this guy is to get the all resists from the quest reward, which appear to only work in the difficulty level that you do the reward in. I think. Okay.
How may I be of help?
But there are guest monsters in Nightmare already. I don't know if that's still true today or if they're only in Hell. But I thought they were only in Hell.
a messy little demon.
Your afternoon.
So I think once I get the quest reward for Anya, the resistances, that's when I'll stop for the day. Alright, so now I'm looking for probably the waypoint and then the frozen river.
Salutations.
Hmm.
What do you need?
Alright. Frozen River, and then that'll be it for the day. I might go see if I have the socket quest available in normal and socket that paladin shield. Alright, I need to go back down. And then come back up.
Thank Neil.
Okay, so I'll check for quest reward in Nightmare and Normal, and then that's it for the Larzak socket. And use it on this shield.
The
Alright, that's a good base for Spirit. Could be better, but still good. I mean, it could have higher defense, but it doesn't matter a lot. And that'll be it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for chatting. I will likely play tomorrow, but I might just sleep all day instead because I work overnight tonight and I'll be working like a 11-hour shift instead of 8. So we'll see. So thank you for watching and thank you for chatting. And I made good progress today. I think the next main thing to work on is getting my Barbarian quested through 1.06, at least through Nightmare, and then to like level 60 or so. And then start forwarding him, test out the rushing in 1.06, see if Duriel quest bugs break characters or not. And then it won't be too long and I'll be able to start actually doing Duriel runs. And by too long, I mean hopefully within the next month or two.